I'm Kathleen Hart. Welcome to my show. I'm so glad you could join me tonight. I would like to kind of pick up where I left off last week and talk to you a little bit more about visiting sacred sites. These are places that have been held sacred by people of the past, even people in the future, or people currently, and they can be any religion, any culture, doesn't really matter. Just places of high energy and places that have been held sacred for a long time and used for many things. Most recently, I got to go to Teotihuacan in Mexico. That's about an hour's drive out of Mexico City. It is known for three structures in particular. It was a large city, probably the largest in the world at the time or close to it. It's known for the pyramid temples. The Temple of the Sun, in particular, is the third largest pyramid in the world. Then there is the Temple of the Moon and the Temple of the Feathered Serpent, or Quetzalcoatl. These places hold a lot of energy. These places tend to be built on ley lines where there's a lot of earth energy present. I was fortunate enough to be there right after the autumnal equinox, or the first day of fall. And apparently this is a very good time to go. The energy was very high. It was very strong. You could definitely feel a lot of magnetism. It had a swirly, dizzying feeling that was almost intoxicating. It was really, really something to experience. I did learn how to balance that energy. If it feels uncomfortable, you just scoop it up from near the ground and you bring it up. You raise it over your head, you bring it down over your whole body until you feel comfortable and balanced and in sync with the energy around you. Makes it for a much more enjoyable experience. I got to climb the steps of the platforms in the area. I got to go down and sit in front of the Temple of Quetzalcoatl. The energy coming off of that building is hard to describe. It's intense. It feels very healing. Felt somehow familiar. The Temple of the Moon. I just couldn't stay there long enough. I couldn't soak up enough of that energy. It felt so much like I'd come home. I don't know why. I hope I'll learn one day, but it just felt welcoming and familiar. The Temple of the Sun, very large, incredible. At the time, this time, most monuments are closed, so you can't actually climb up the stairs, but you can walk around the base, soak up the energy, go up to the base, sit down, meditate for a while, and just see what you see. Get the messages that you get. It's meant to be a transformational experience, transforming you in subtle ways. It may open your senses up. You may find out you have new abilities. You may have visions. You may get healing. All sorts of things are possible. I found that it's definitely a place I'd love to go again. And with a great tour group, everybody got along real well. And I think everybody had a very special experience there, each one unique and different. It was, I want to say life-changing, but in subtle ways. Definitely something I would recommend. The experience was at least equal to, if not more intense, than what I went through in Ireland a number of years ago at the Hill of Tara, another ancient sacred site. Nobody really knows who built these places. Nobody really knows how long ago they were built, but the energy there is quite an experience. I would highly recommend taking tours of sacred sites if you have time. You don't necessarily even have to go very far. If you check into sacred sites in the thin places, you'll find you may have something locally. There are plenty of places in the United States. The Cahokia Indian Mound, I believe they also call it Monk's Mound. The Enchanted Rock in South Texas, that's on my list of places I want to go. The Serpent Mound in Ohio. There's plenty of places. Chaco Canyon in New Mexico. Sedona, oh my, Sedona in Arizona. Not to be missed if you want to feel vortex energy and see the sheer beauty of the landscape, natural beauty, unspoiled in many places. That is definitely a place you want to check out. I highly recommend it. Let's see. Some of these places, I have them on my bucket list. Sedona, definitely, I want to go back there. That's on my bucket list for more than one trip. I'd go back to Teotihuacan. I have places in Europe I'd love to go. Scotland, Wales, England, some places in Germany and France that just sound absolutely fascinating. I found the places you're most drawn to go, especially if you really don't know why, but you just feel like you need to go there, do it if you can. You don't know what you're going to experience. It's going to be something magical. Dave, do we have a caller tonight? Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into a general reading for all of us. Feeling into transformational energies. I feel like now is a time for miracles for many people. Many people are going through big changes right now due to just everything that's going on in the world. The big energy shift, changes in the way people do business, changes in societies, just everything is changing. Expect miracles. Don't think about what you don't want. Think about what you do want. Expect a miracle. That's the best way to get one. If you concentrate on what you don't want, you're liable to get more of it. Meditate on infinite abundance. Think about more of what you want and ask for more of what you want. Let it pour into your life. Let it pour into your heart. Be willing to accept what is there for you. Be open to many new things. Be ready to overcome obstacles. And I think you will see some great growth. I see we have a caller. Hello, Kathy. Do you have any questions for me tonight?
I was just wondering about relationships and myself.
Okay. Let's see what's coming up.
What do I? I'm new. Yes, I'm new at this, so you need to guide me.
That's okay. I see you doing something groundbreaking, something new, like blazing a new trail, going down a different path than you've gone before. Does that sound familiar?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes, it does, very.
You're headed in the right direction. You want to expand and grow and try new things. And I think that's going to lead you to somebody new, maybe somebody you wouldn't have been interested in before, but you might now, and it might surprise you. And I think it's going to be a good surprise. Now is a time to take that first step. It's time for new beginnings.
Okay. Because when you said a different path, I met somebody like 6 weeks ago, and it's a long distance, I don't want to say relationship yet, but friendship. So that's a new path. I've never done that before. So that's what.
That could open up opportunities to travel, go some new places.
Yes.
Maybe travel together at some point. I'm getting a lot of information on on traveling this time. Um, it's just a good time to stretch out and grow and discover new things that you hadn't considered before. Uh,
Right, this is one.
I'm getting something about mountains, either climbing mountains figuratively, going to new heights, perhaps with a relationship, may actually involve going to real mountains. Whether you go hiking or climbing, I don't know. Um,
Well, to get to his house, if I drove there, I would have to go over a big mountain range in California.
okay, that makes sense. I'm also
It
getting
does.
something about the view from above, a new perspective, looking at things from a new angle, considering things maybe you hadn't thought about before, uncovering something you're going to treasure that
Okay.
could be the new relationship, could be something that develops along the way. Also,
Oh,
something about cleansing waters, could be a trip to the ocean or the beach, could be a
okay.
mountain, river, or stream. There's someplace, there's someplace special that has to do with being close to the water and or going into the water.
Okay.
Are you feeling
Sounds,
called to do something different? A change of job,
yes.
a change of venue.
Change of venue, exactly.
Okay. Uh,
And that's
Now's the
happening
time.
as of
Now's the
Tuesday.
time to seriously consider it and get ready to take that first step, because that's going to lead you on a new adventure. The
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're going to be expanding your horizons. A whole new vista is going to open up, and I feel a lot of joy around this. I think it's going to be something incredible.
Oh, thank you. I love
Yeah,
positive.
yeah, definitely. This is a time of transformation for everybody. Not everybody will embrace it, but those that do are going to find some of the greatest adventures in life are coming up for them. And those
Oh,
who aren't
good.
ready to embrace transformation, aren't ready to change, probably won't be sticking around for much longer. Sad to say, but it happens. When the energy
Yes.
changes, you change with it. And if you don't, you're going to get left behind and be miserable, or you're going to choose one of the exit points in your soul contract and leave that way. We'll leave that alone. But
Okay.
stay focused, hold to the course, and I think you've got some great things coming up for you. Thank you
Well,
for
thank you
calling.
so much.
Good night.